Hey guys, so today's video might be a long one. I'm not sure, it depends on how I'm able to edit it, but I'll be narrating stories on different ways, weird ways that men have hit on me. Also, I look like this 99% of the time. I prefer casuals and athleisure wear, but sometimes, like once in a blue moon, something comes over me and I feel like dressing up, especially if I'm going out with my friends. So when I look like this and I'm out, men don't approach me at all. But when I look like this, it's a whole other story. By the way, have you met my alter ego Pam? She's cute, right? This is so weird. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So the first story went down at a bar, and if I remember correctly, it was an Irish house, and this took place in Bombay. By the way, all the stories have taken place in Bombay. I was supposed to be meeting up with a friend whom I hadn't hung out with in a while. We'll call her Tina. So she chose this specific Irish house that was pretty near to the place I was working at the time. So once I was done with my shift, I took an Uber to that location and we met up. We went in, grabbed a table, ordered a few drinks and some food. She let me know that one of her friends would be joining us and I said okay. So our drinks were served and we continued talking, and we weren't even 20 minutes into our conversation when two guys barged into the bar like this.
Look at this dude.
We were weirded out by that at first, but then we brushed it off and continued talking. But not even 5 minutes passed and these guys popped out of nowhere and sat right next to us. Listen, I'm a very socially awkward person. It took a lot for Tina herself to convince me to come see her. So for random guys to come and sit right next to us out of nowhere was too much for me to handle. Before Tina or I could say anything, one of the guys says, "Hey ladies, maybe buy you a few drinks?" And Tina, she made a face and then answered no, but thanks. And then the same guy once again says, "Oh come on, let us buy you drinks. Tell us your names, where you work." And before I could say anything, once again Tina says, "Oh, my name is Aisha, this is Saloni, and we are both lawyers." Tina had this habit of trolling men who approach her or her friends at bars and always gives them fake names. So then the same guy, by the way, just one guy was talking the whole time. The other guy was just staring at us. I don't know why this one guy was talking for the both of them, but anyway, the same guy goes, "That's awesome. So can we sit here with you guys?" And now I was trying to get really nervous. Like, why are you coming and trying to talk to us, thinking that we're interested when we're clearly not? So Tina sensed that I was starting to feel really uncomfortable. So she said, "Actually, we're meeting after a long time, so we'd really like to be alone." And get this guy then tries to entice me. He comes closer and with his hot ass breath, he just I kid you not, when he came closer to me, that's when it hit me how much he was stinking. So he comes a little closer and he's like, "What do you think?" And even his breath was hot and smelled like garlic farts.
Ew.
So then I said, first of all, get away from me, and secondly, we'd really like to talk right now. Leave us alone, you're disturbing us. And this guy, he rolls his eyes and does one of these. And I kid you not, we watched them walk away, and there was another table like pretty close to us, and two girls were sitting on that table as well. These guys spot that table, approach the girls and do the exact same thing. How do I know this? Like I said, they weren't that far away and we could hear almost everything they were talking about. And after those girls successfully shooed the guys away, Tina and I went up to them, asked them what went down, and even let them know that the same guys came up to us and did all those things. So one of the girls started talking about how yes, they pulled the exact same stunt like they did with us, but this time though, unlike with us, when these girls wouldn't budge, the men started pleading and begging. I guess they didn't want to be rejected a second time. The other woman who hadn't talked as of yet and was pretty drunk at this point says, "Yeah man, these guys come out of nowhere and they think they're just gonna buy us a few Bud Lights and it's gonna help them get laid. I'm meeting my friend after 2 years and these guys think that we're just gonna go all gaga over them. Like, what kind of losers are you?" So yeah, that was that. So the next story took place at a Vodafone store, and it was in Khar, which is where I was staying in a PG. So I walked into the store and I grabbed one of those token thingies, you know, that paper with the number on it, which every Vodafone store has, and you're supposed to wait your turn and wait for them to call out your number. So I took one of those and I went and sat on a bench. A woman was sitting on the same bench, so I kept going through my phone because I didn't want to be stared at. I don't want to engage in small talk, and like I said, I'm socially awkward. So the woman gets up because her token number was called out, and she goes over to her assigned counter, and within a minute, a man, a very creepy predator looking man, he literally comes and sits right next to me. Mind you, this is one of those long red benches, okay, and there was no one else sitting on it or even on the bench which was adjacent to this one, but he still sat next to me, right next to me. He might as well have just sat on my lap. But I kept looking at my phone and pretended like I didn't know what he just did or was trying to do. So then he says, excuse me, madam. I still kept pretending, and I kind of gave the vibe that I was either zoned out or couldn't hear him or didn't know that he was actually talking to me. He tried calling out to me again, you know, like the same, excuse me, madam, again. But I kept pretending like I couldn't hear him because I really didn't want to indulge in small talk. I never like indulging in small talk. I just feel like it's not genuine. I feel like people just do it because they're bored and want to while away their time. Like there's literally no effort. Anyway, this dude was definitely not getting the hint because the next thing he did was poke me, just like. Now, this time I was definitely triggered because I'm the kind of person who, unless I'm giving you consent or I'm paying you for some kind of service at a salon, keep your hands off my body. So I turned to him and I said, please don't touch me. And then he says, sorry ma'am, sorry, I was calling you, you couldn't hear me, so. At this point, I scooched over to the edge of the bench and then I turned over him to ask what he needed help with. And then he started asking me these questions about the benefits of owning a dual SIM phone, if I've used Vodafone before and is it better than the other carriers, and their features on international calling. Like, if he would have just waited for his turn, he could have just asked the same questions to the employee. I mean, that's exactly why he was here in the first place, right? But you know, I did answer him, you know, but only in one-liners. Because on one hand, I didn't want to seem rude, and on the other hand, I was clearly hinting that I didn't want to converse. Then his questions started to become a lot more personal. Like, where do I live? Where do I work? Am I married or do I have a boyfriend? I let him know straight up that I wasn't comfortable answering these questions because they're way too personal. And as I was explaining this to him, I tucked my hair behind my ear. You know that thing you do when you have long hair where if it falls into your face, you kind of take a few sections of it and tuck it behind your ear, and it's kind of involuntary, right? So I did that while I was talking to him, and before I could finish, he stops me like midway and compliments my hair. And it was very creepy, kind of like, oh man, you have very beautiful hair. I was like, okay, thank you. Then he asked me if I have Facebook, and like a dumbass, I said yes. But in my defense, it was kind of like an impulsive response. You know, when you've had Facebook for over 10 years and people have asked you over the years if you have Facebook and you say yes, and you're so used to saying yes that it's kind of like an impulsive response, right? No, I was stupid? Okay. And of course, he asked me for my name, and I let him know that I don't think that's a good idea because I don't know him personally. But he kept pestering and asking and asking and asking. So I suggested that he could give me his name and I would just add him on Facebook later. But I guess I couldn't mask my life very well because he figured it out immediately, and he was like, no. I know you won't. Please do it right now. Add me on Facebook now. So finally I decided to add him just so he'd shut up, but he did not. He just thanked me and continued talking. But fortunately, and by the grace of whoever is up there, my token number was called out in like a minute, and then I said, okay, I have to go. Our whole conversation was in Hindi, just by the way. So I went up to my counter and started talking to the employee, and in 5 minutes the creepy guy's token number was called out and he went up to his assigned counter. So I knew I had to hurry up if I wanted to get out of here, and the employee sensed that I was agitated and in a hurry, so he sped up the process, and as soon as I was done, which was in like 5 minutes, I looked up at the creepy guy and he wasn't done yet. So I slowly walked down the stairs and brisk walked towards the door. And as soon as I reached the door, I did a deadbolt towards the auto stand. So I hopped into an auto and skedaddled, and on my way I reported and blocked him. And once I reached home, I took like 2 showers because I was so uncomfortable from our talk and also the way he touched me and everything. So yeah, needless to say, I was never gonna go back to that store or that street, which was only like 7 minutes away from my place. So this is the last story, and this happened with my cousin. We were kind of having one of our sister's day out thingamajiggies, which we do once in a while, and we were heading over to the TGIF in Palladium. So we reached there and we ordered our food and drinks, and we were sitting at the bar, by the way. And after a while, I don't know why this happens to me. Like the one time I decide to go and spend some quality time with my loved ones, cishet men cannot keep it in their pants and they just have to approach me like, why can't I just like, the one time I try to be an extrovert. And anyways, so 3 middle-aged men who were sitting on the other end of the bar started to come closer to us, and they were a black guy, an Asian guy, and a white guy. I swear I'm not making this up. So all of them said hello, but then the black guy and the Asian guy just went quiet, and the white guy started talking, and he just kept complimenting, or you know what, he kept hitting on me, okay, because he was passing comments on my looks, my body, and it was so weird because it was also superficial, and I didn't even ask him to come up to me and talk to me in the first place. But then he kept commenting on my body, and I started to feel extremely anxious and uncomfortable. So I gave a side eye to my sister, kind of like. So my sister quickly comes over to my side, and over my shoulder she lets them know, yeah, guys, she's not into men, sorry. And then the 3 of them in harmony go, oh. Now before I continue, I thought I'd give some additional information. Like I said, the black and the Asian guy weren't really talking, except once when the black guy asked if my cousin and I are sisters, and we said yes, which was surprising because she and I look nothing like each other. And the Asian guy didn't talk to us directly, but he was kind of, you know, giving snarky remarks under his breath. So after that whole oh moment, the white guy says, damn, that's so bad, man, because you're sexy and gorgeous. I had never felt more uncomfortable my entire life, and for those who think that I secretly enjoy these things, I'm only making the story time because it's entertaining in a way, but I don't want this. I wanted to peel the first layer of my skin off. This guy was old enough to be my father. So I kind of let out a nervous laugh, kind of like, you know. So they sense that I'm uncomfortable finally. And then the white guy says, it was so nice meeting the both of you. Have a nice day. And then they walk away. And as soon as they walked away, my sister laughed so hard that her drink shot out her nose. Mind you, I didn't realize how uncomfortable that whole thing actually made me feel until I talked about it with my sister a while later, and then we both were extremely weirded out. It was just... I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was entertaining for you, and let me know if storytime videos with a longer duration is not a problem for you guys. And if you watched this far, comment not all men, ellipses, LOL. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.